Catholics are mourning the death of Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI, who passed away today at the age of 95. In 2013, he became the first pope in 600 years to resign. Benedict will be laid to rest on Monday. His funeral is set for Thursday. Chris Livesay has more from the Vatican.
Now, the news of Pope Benedict's death comes after Pope Francis called on the faithful to pray for Benedict at his Wednesday general audience after referring to his predecessor as, quote, very sick. Now, ever since then, the Vatican has said that Benedict had remained lucid and alert. That is until this morning, when it said that he had died in the very same monastery here at the Vatican that he's called home ever since he stepped down in 2013. Now, his passing opens up some very interesting questions for Pope Francis, who has long applauded Pope Benedict for his decision to step down. At the time, he said it was because the pressures of his job and his age were making it impossible for him to carry out his duties as Pope. Francis has also said that he himself would be willing to resign if he was ever in a similar situation. In fact, earlier this month, he revealed that he's already drafted his own resignation letter. It's been ready since 2013, the very year that Benedict stepped down and Francis became Pope. So now the question becomes, if Benedict is no longer the retired Pope, does that open up a seat, a space for Francis to retire if and when the time is right? In the meantime, looking at Pope Benedict's funeral, because this is the first time in many centuries that a non-sitting pope has died, much of what comes next is unprecedented. However, we do know that Pope Benedict will lie in state here in St. Peter's Basilica starting on Monday, and on Thursday, Pope Francis will preside over his funeral. Chris Livesay, CBS News, Rome.